Shalom, everyone. I hope that you're doing fantastic. So I'm going to hop back in here and I'm going to read something. I literally did 2 readings just a minute ago. So if you are new, I get on my channel sometimes and I just chit chat. And I do read from the scripture, and I do use my lineage, which is the Hebraic language, on this channel and stuff like that. But sometimes I just get on here and chit chat. And I'm actually going to read a portion of scripture that right after I got done with a video that I just did. I did 2 videos back to back. I'm not sure that I'm going to unlock one of them, but as soon as I turned the camera off, I just grabbed the scripture and opened it up, and it really just kind of goes along with what was coming out on that reading. And I want to, as a reminder, read scripture. Okay, those of you who are returning, welcome back. I appreciate you all so very much. Happy birthday, happy anniversary, all that kind of stuff. I hope it's been a fantastic day for everyone, but I guess for some people it's not been a fantastic day, and for those who are not having a fantastic day, I send you love and light. Okay, because I was seeing some fighting going on in that reading. But anyway, I'll put it down below in the description box. Eventually it will be down there. It's uploading as I'm recording this. But I opened up to Proverbs, and it fell to chapter 3, and so this is Solomon, I believe, wrote a lot of the Proverbs, okay, in the scripture. And it says, "My son, forget not my law." We've been seeing all kinds of stuff about the law. Okay, it's huge. Okay, but the divine's law is to keep his commandments and to listen to his voice and go into that direction. And like I was bringing out on that video, to be led forth by peace and peace alone. And some people just don't have peace in a situation. They just can't give it up, give it up. And the divine have brought out the word that somebody really needs somebody needs to give in the situation. Okay, so if you are literally just freaking stubborn and all get out, something wrong. Okay, if you can't just say, "I'm just going to release it," it's in your hands then, divine. Okay, then there's situations people need to do that. But anyway, it says here, "Forget not my law, but let thine heart," you got to let your heart. It is a heart. It's a matter of the heart, really, is what it is, because there was competition about things on that video that was coming out. "Let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee." A lot of people don't have no mercy. They don't even care about the truth. They want to fight for the lie. "Let not mercy and truth forsake thee, and bind them about thy neck. Write them upon the table of thine heart." It's just told us to let our heart. So it's in our power that we're going to allow the divine's word to be on our heart in all uprightness and mercy and truth, and so that we can have length of days. Okay, this says, "Bind them about thy neck," and we had the magician card came up, but the first letter of the Hebraic language is the Aleph. Okay, and that goes back to clans and stuff like that, but it's the picture of the ox head. And the ox in the zodiac would be the Taurine energy, but that does rule over our throat area. That takes us back to spiritual organizations and stuff like that, and being able to lead a clan. And we had a whole clan of people there just fussing and fighting, and it was in the position of what's really harming your situation. Okay, there's no peace somewhere. There's a lot of passion going on, and people are not allowing the true law of the divine and mercy and grace and peace and forgiveness and all those kind of things to lead in a situation where it's actually going to pay off for everyone, to just release. To just release, okay, and let the divine say, "Okay, well, I got something either better for you over here, or this is for you and not for you," and accept things. And some people just can't, but because of that stubbornness. Okay, stubbornness is as a sin of witchcraft, and we've already done a whole video on witchcraft. But anyway, this says to bind them about thy neck and write them upon the table of thine heart. So shalt thou find favor. That's huge. You're going to find favor. You and I will find favor there. And good understanding. in the sight of Elohim, which would be God in the King James, and in the sight of man. So you're going to have favor with God and with the people that are around you. It pays off for us. It pays off for everybody. There's favor here for everyone then when you and I do that. It says, trust in Jehovah with all thine heart and lean not unto thine own understanding. Quit trying to figure it out. When we have the law of mercy and grace and truth within us, we will have great understanding. Okay? I stated that I ran across some scripture where King David said, I know more than the ancients do because I keep your commandments. That's huge. That's huge. It's something so huge. Can just be, have a judgment put on it just like that when we just keep the commandments of the Most High. It's ridiculous. We got grown people acting like little kids in situations. Anyway, trust in Jehovah with all thine heart and lean not unto thine own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. If you're going, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. That's really kind of a lie. I mean, we do go through moments. We got to sit with the divine, and you know what to do when you find the peace within it. That's the first thing, is to face truth. And do I have a peace about this? And obviously a bunch of people don't have a peace. Maybe some people do and one person don't. Well, a little leaven will leaven the whole lump of what's ever going on. The truth has to come out. And I want to say that I might have been thinking about another reading that I did today. But anyway, when you can't come to something, agreement, then sometimes you do need to go and get some counsel, and somebody over you give you counsel and they give you peace, but don't give other people peace. You must do what's giving you the peace by way of truth and mercy and peace and all that kind of stuff, so that you can have all this good understanding and your path being made straight. Anyway, it says to be not wise in thine own eyes and fear Jehovah and depart from evil. That's evilness when people are bringing strife. When somebody can't give. And something that came out in that reading is that something really unfair has taken place. Yes, I do believe that the sword of truth actually did come out, because we had the Ten of Swords, which is somebody who's sitting there who's been like a doormat and just killed something and then just circulated things behind somebody's back for some of you all. And because of that, that's why people fight. Because of the truth. But that's the only thing that's going to set you and I free. Truth sets us free. Not thinking, oh, well, I'm better than you and I'm wise in my own eyes. No, we get knocked down every single time we have that kind of frame of mind. Because stubbornness is as a sin of witchcraft, and it still also goes back to the throat area. It goes back to the ox head energy. It also goes back to the emperor energy, which came out at the end of that video as well. Which also take back to headship, okay? But thank God the emperor represents the father figure of the universe, and the emperor is going to stand. Okay, if the people can get together, he'll stand, and the people are going to sit there, because we had a word come out that, of people putting their hands in their head and crying, and you're going to wish that you had listened to the Most High and had some real wisdom. Comes from the beginning of wisdom comes from fearing the Most High. And a lot of people say, look, I own my lips, I say what I want, and it's going to get you in the end. Really going to get you in the end. And go ahead, stand up against the Most High and just see how far that's really going to get you in the end. Not going to get you and I anywhere. It says that be not wise in thine own eyes and fear Jehovah and depart from evil. It shall be health to your navel and marrow to your bones. That's huge. That is huge. That is huge. I made reference today on one of those videos that I did that sickness is really connected to sin and being a predator and sin stingy and pride and conceit, the samach, the sit. Okay, when people really understand that our healing really does come from the divine, which is spiritual first, and then it plays out here, regardless how long it takes to get completely whole in something, it really starts with the head area. Lift up your head, O ye gates, and be ye lifted up, ye everlasting doors, and let the King of glory come in. Okay, he's strong and mighty. That's who the King of Glory is. I'm being reminded of something when the divine had told me and woke me up and said, "Physician, heal thyself." I was in a lot of pain, and it's taken me a long time to get where I'm at. But when you learn how to exercise the spirits, it's the same as it is in the natural realm. You're strengthened. Okay, and it's like a process. And I was at the park one day. And I actually did a video about this, and I heard the divine say, the answer is in the gates. And I've been dealing with all kinds of internet gates, but the answer really is in our eye gates, our ear gates, our mouth gates. Okay? And what we are looking at and hearing and speaking about, it either smells like crap, bull crap, or it smells good and it's a sweet smelling savor to the Most High, and it really determines our future. So honoring the Most High, also with our substance. And some people have had their substance or things that could be substance to be able to be giving taken away. And so you got to make, the divine makes other ways to give yourself away to others, to put something up in your bank account up there, okay, and hope and trust that he's going to make everything okay, okay, because other people, unfortunately, that do have some type of hold up on your life, it's unfair. It's unfair. But the divine is working it all together for our good in some way, shape, or form. So honoring the Most High with our substance and with the first fruits of all our increase. It's important. So shall thy barns be filled with plenty, and thy presses shall burst out with new wine. My son, despise not the chastising of Jehovah, neither be weary of his correction. And it continues. I'm not going to read the whole chapter. I just really wanted to touch on what I was seeing in that reading. This is chapter 3 of Proverbs. And a lot of people will listen to what Solomon has to say, and because he was wise. But he got his wisdom by how? By not being selfish. When the divine asked him what he wanted, he didn't say, give me all the riches. No, he didn't say anything. He said, give me the right heart and to be able to counsel these people. And for doing that and lowering himself, the divine gave him so much wisdom because he feared the Most High. And that's huge for you and I. That's humbling because there's a lot of people that need help right now, and because of selfishness and because of things that have taken place in pride in the past, that some people don't think that they really have to own up to something. Whatever it is, just as some type of a confession, not giving it to the Most High to work a thing out, it's really put other people in a bind. And I just, this needed to be said. Like I said, I got done with that video, I opened it up, and the divine led me to do this video. So hopefully that helps somebody to make a decision. Okay, because if not, you know, you don't really want the emperor to stand up against you. Okay, at the same time, he's going to tell you, if that has to happen, to not to despise the chastising of Jehovah, and neither be weary in his correction. At least that you have, if you have to go through something like that because you stayed stubborn, at least if you are getting corrected, you can be thankful within that, because he says, I love those, I'll correct those who I love. Okay? You just don't want to go that route though, because it sucks. Okay? And all of us in some degrees has gone through all kinds of stuff, because nobody's exempt from that stuff, but we live and we learn and then we teach from that place. Okay? And I just wanted to share that. So until next time, shalom.